Good night, everyone. Welcome back to Business Insights. Today, I'm your host, Samantha, and in today's episode, we are going to explore a challenge that has quietly shaped the internal landscape of many procurement departments this year: reduced purchasing activity from internal stakeholders, tightening budgets, and a notable shift in supplier performance. In our company, these symptoms started appearing in January 2025. And now it's time to chart a decisive course forward. When the year began, we projected stable sourcing volumes and predictable demand from our operating areas. But as each month unfolded, we noticed something unusual. Purchase requests became less frequent, spend began to decline in certain categories, and our previously reliable supplier flow experienced inconsistency. Initially, we assumed it was temporary, but the pattern persisted. Ignoring this will mean risking operational delays, supply interruptions, and a loss of our negotiations leverage. That's why we are activating a comprehensive contingency plan with our procurement function. Our first action centers on understanding the root cause behind these changes. We're going to reach out to every internal stakeholder whose purchasing activity decreased or stopped since January. This isn't just a routine checking. It's a structured and methodical spend recovery process. We will ask about their experience with our procurement workflow, lead times, category strategies, and any alternative sourcing methods that, or well, they might have adopted, formal or informal. We also want to understand what external suppliers offer that may have shifted their purchasing preferences. This direct feedback will give us a clear map of the pain points. Was it delayed approvals, limited supplier options, a lack of transparency in quotations, perhaps inconsistent communication or pricing misalignment? Whatever we uncover, this information will become the compass guiding our corrective actions. To support this effort, I will personally design a detailed internal procurement feedback survey. It will help us capture data in a standardized way, allowing us to identify patterns across categories like MRO, services, logistics, raw materials, and indirect spend. We'll analyze indicators such as cycle times, responsiveness, service perception, and supplier reliability. Once we consolidate the results, we will adjust our category strategies, service level commitments, and negotiations frameworks to respond to the most critical issues. Rebuilding trust will also be a cornerstone of our plan. Effective procurement isn't just about placing orders, it's about being a strategic partner. It's about being a strategic partner to every area we serve. To reinforce this partnership, we will introduce a set of quick impact operational improvements, some simplified requisition templates, clearer communications of timelines, and priority handling for departments affected by previous delays. These enhancements are designed to show stakeholders that procurement is committed to supporting their objectives and easing their workload. Externally, supplier relationships cannot be overlooked. Some performance issues may be rooted in their operations, not just ours. That's why we will conduct a supplier performance review across our key vendors. We will evaluate delivery accuracy, response times, flexibility, pricing stability, and contract compliance. If needed, we will renegotiate agreements, diversify the supplier base, or implement joint improvement plans. Everything will be aligned with our overarching goal: ensuring operational continuity and driving value beyond cost savings. We also recognize the importance of strategic communication. To strengthen confidence across the organization, our procurement communications team will launch an internal awareness campaign. We will highlight the improvements we are implementing in sourcing processes, our commitment to better supply management, and the efficiencies we will introduce in the coming months. Visibility and transparency will be our allies as we reposition procurement as, as a proactive and solution-driven partner. Looking ahead, I'm confident that if we follow this plan with discipline and clarity, we will start seeing tangible improvements. Activity will stabilize, stakeholder satisfaction will rise, and our supplier ecosystem will operate with greater consistency. This isn't, this isn't just a short term recovery initiative, it's a blueprint for how we adapt procurement to future challenges, economic shifts, and organizational demands. Thank you for joining me today. In the next episode, I will share updates on the impact of this procurement contingency plan, including insights from our supplier performance review and the feedback from internal stakeholders. Until then, stay strategic, stay curious, and remember that timely action today safeguards the supply resilience of tomorrow. Good night.